Morning, folks. Today's shaving cream we're going to be using is called Taconic Excalibur. Comes in a pump bottle here. See what? Yeah, 8 ounces on the container. And in the bowl that I'm using today, I only put 2 pumps of this in there, so it's concentrated, and a little bit goes a long way with this one here, as it goes for whipping up a lather. This is not necessarily going to match up in the way of the scent, but I thought maybe the two would play together fairly well, and I got Clubman Reserve. This one here is Gent's a Gin. And I'm going to be using the Taconic Preshave again this morning, and got it open. It has a twist top to it. Got it whipped up here in a Parker bowl, the smooth bottom here, with a Taconic brush. Let me get turned around here. There we go. I think you might be able to see that to get the glare off of it. It's got a 22 millimeter knot, and it whipped up pretty good. Like I say, just two pumps. So it's just like the pre-shave, two pumps with the pre-shave, 2 pumps with the shaving cream. It's going to work out pretty good this morning, I think. I'm going to be shaving with a Shavette this morning. This is a Parker SRRW. So in other words, the SR is for straight razor, the RW is rosewood for the scales here. And I got a Personna X series blade that's already been pre-cut in half. That's what the wrapper looks like there. And I'm going to go ahead and get started with the, or to put a hot towel to the face this morning. Like I say, 2 pumps of the pre-shave here, pre-shave oil. We want to see how this works with the Shavette. Works great for a single edge. So we're going to see how it works with a Shavette. Because my experience in the past has been that with pre-shave oils, that there's a bit of a drag by using an oil. So I'm going to see how this is going to work with this particular pre-shave oil. If it's anything like the single edge, it'll work out just fine. It's going to be a fun morning. Off camera, I've already used the Shavette. Not that I didn't use it before, but I was missing using the Shavette. For me, sometimes, depending on how you look at it, I've been shaving with Shavettes off and on for quite a while, and I do get to miss using them. And to a degree, the shaving with the Shavette is pretty straightforward once you get used to it. And for me, I just shave with a 2-pass shave with a Shavette, and with the grain and against the grain. And usually that gives me a shave, well enough for me. Now for some other folks, they might need to use a little bit more on across the grain, but the only issues I run into from time to time is that strip right through there that has a tendency to give me a problem from time to time. But like I said before, that's where I grab whatever my favorite shaver of the day is. And mine has got I got an injector, Schick injector over there, ready to go. But chances are I'm not going to need it. I don't think it's quite to that point where I need to, I guess you might say, reach for assistance for that problem area right through there that grows every which way but loose. The scent profile on Excalibur is it's a clean scent. It's well blended for me. So in other words, my nose is not going to be picking out any one particular scent. So, but I did write down a few of the scent notes. In other words, it's musk, mahogany, teak wood. My nose is not going to pick up any one particular one. Just the scenting as a whole is pretty nice. Now, per my nose, and that's my nose, I don't think it's as strong, the scent as strong as the lime soap that I was using in the last video. But like I say, that could be just my nose, and it wouldn't be surprising to me. And it could be that's the way it's designed. Because that lime scent was it was pretty strong for my nose. Not that I'm complaining any at all. It's great when I can smell it. I can smell the shaving cream when I was first whipping it up, but right now my nose is not picking up anything at all. Shaving cream whipped up pretty easy. Time-wise, put a couple of pumps in there, squeezed out most of the water out of the brush. I don't even think it took 30 seconds. It may be closer to 20 to whip up the lather. It was pretty quick. And if you're wondering, if you got this kind of issue that I have these creases along my neck right here, and it's best to approach them at an angle. However slight it might be, for me it doesn't take much of an angle to get past these creases without having issues. But that seems to work best for me, is to approach it at an angle. And it's just a slight angle, it's not a whole lot, but it is an angle. Otherwise, if I try to approach it at a 90 degree, I'm going to end up getting a cut, a nick. It's not going to be comfortable. See, there's not, even with the, okay, that was a with the grain pass, and there's not a whole lot for the second pass. In other words, I get a really close shave with the Shavette, and the same thing with a straight razor. In other words, typically, just a 2-pass shave is adequate for me. In other words, by the end of the day, I'm not visibly showing whiskers, a 5 o'clock shadow, or anything like that. Now, you can feel the whiskers, but not necessarily see them, that's pretty much my goal by the end of the day. Tony's bothering my daughter this morning. Tony, if you're unfamiliar, Tony's our German Shepherd, and he's still a bit of a pup, even though he's about 2 years old. He's still learning. He's testing boundaries on a regular basis. I always find it funny, though, when I'm sitting at the computer during the day, and let's say somebody's getting on to him, and they're starting to get up, he'll take off running and come sit by me. In other words, his safe zone. Yeah, he's quite a character. I can pick up the scent now. I say my nose is not the best in the world. It is a clean scent. It smells good. I would say for me the scent would, it gives me the impression this would be something I would definitely wear to the office. Even though I haven't been to the office in quite a while. Still working from home. The last I heard, the expectations I'll be working from home until just after the new year. And depending on how this virus works out, it could be even longer. Who knows? Yeah, they really don't want us in the office at all. Matter of fact, if you have a need to go to the office, they have an app set up where you make an appointment to go in. So in other words, you just don't show up at the office and run back to the desk and pick up some paperwork or whatever the case might be. You don't, no, you can't do that. You got to set up an appointment, and then there's, of course, the schedule that you got to contend with. If there's somebody else that's wanting to go up there the same time you are, you have to answer all the questions, you know, been around somebody that's been sick and all that sort of thing, temperature check and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, you have to go through all that just to get in there, just to pick up some paperwork. So fortunately, me, I grabbed my paperwork back when we first left. I've only been back up there one time, and that was shortly thereafter, picking up some paperwork I didn't even think I needed and ended up needing. But I have not been back up there since. And if I remember right, I can't remember, I think it was the middle of March or April, that they more or less kicked us out of the office. Pretty smooth shave. For me, the Personna X Series blade works well for me. I haven't tried I have yet to use a Personna blade that hasn't worked well for me. Put it that way. Got the Crown King alum block this morning, complete with rubber band. Still keeping it in its container. See what kind of stinging I get. Every once in a while, right around, yeah, right there. Get a little bit of stinging right there, but all in all, pretty smooth shave this morning. And I have to say the Preshave worked out pretty well. I did not pick up or notice any kind of dragging of the blade. Nothing. It worked out just fine. I have to say, thinking of Preshave over time and what all, how's it work for me with my experience with the various different shavers that I use. This is Stirling Witch Hazel. It's unscented, but it is mentholated. I got it right over here. Phoenix. This ice cube. The way I look at it, there's a black one. There's that one there. That's pretty much available on a regular basis. And I started out. My very first one was a black one, and in other words, charcoal. And there is one thing that the cube does do, and that does help with the, I guess you might say, boosting the lather. But when it comes to during the shave / post shave, what I notice the most out of the pre-shaves I've used so far is this Taconic. This is pretty good stuff. I'm going to write down on a calendar when I started using this. I'm going to continue on using it until it is empty. It's a 2-ounce container, to see how many shaves can I get out of this container. Because, for instance, the pre-shave soap is, there we go. It's over there. The pre-shave soap, what is it? I think it's 8 ounces, and what is it? Right at $7, maybe 8, something like that. And this is, I think, close to 15. This Taconic pre-shave, and then compare it also to Parasso's pre-shave, pre and post shave. That stuff is good stuff. In other words, I notice it, during the shave as well as after the shave, and it's very comparable, in my opinion, with the Parasso pre-shave, in that I notice it on the post-shave side of things also. My face feels really nice. It helps with the moisturization of the face, and it feels good even after the fact. In other words, I can tell the difference. The only one that comes close to providing the same kind of post-shave feel is when I would just use straight up coconut oil. Coconut oil does good for during the shave and the post-shave, but it doesn't work very well with the along the lines of a Shavette or a straight razor. There's a bit of a drag using coconut oil. So when I'm using a single edge, in other words, like the Razor Rock Hawk, or if I'm using a DE, it works fine for those kind of shaves, but it doesn't work so well when I use a Shavette or a straight razor. It creates quite a bit of a drag. Not near as noticeable when I'm using a DE, but when it comes to pre-shaves, sometimes, the question is, and you do wonder, what effect does it have on the shave? This is a Clubman Reserve. This one here is Gent's Gin. Don't know if you'll be able to see this down here. This one here, it says it's a masculine scent, and It has a lime and a cedar notes to it. And it's a very bright, light scent. It seems to me, it kind of goes hand in hand. It's not a match by any means, but I think the two scents would play well with each other. Definitely gonna be smelling good today, that's for sure. Boy, this is, and I really enjoy this line. They did a good job on this lineup. It'll be interesting to see what else they come out with. This one here is one of the first three that they came out. They come out with another three. So we'll see if they come out another three in a couple of more years or something of the sort. Yeah, to me it's a bright scent. It's not heavy. Definitely good for today, Wednesday, hump day. Had a great shave. Also, I do want to mention, because I know for some people it does matter. This particular bowl right here, I did notice on the bottom, and I don't think that you're not going to be able to see it on the bottom. I'm pretty sure.